Welcome back to Tales from the Frostland. The Rhea Silvia story continues now.
Have you seen Fisher? He asks him before he leaves. No, replies the sailor with a frown. He's not in his cabin. The captain hesitates. He should also ask about the second helmsman, but he's embarrassed that he can't remember his name. Every day, he finds it harder to think. Mayhew pulls his hood over his head and leaves the bridge. He makes his way toward the stern. The snowflakes are heavy and wet. William thinks about the man sitting now in the crow's nest, high at the top of the mainmast. He doesn't raise his head, trying to keep his collar covering his neck. The lamplight accentuates the rows of sharp icicles hanging on the rigging, which glow like rows of teeth in an open maw. As if the Rhea Silvia were surrounded by beasts patiently readying themselves to gorge, the captain opens the hatch and, removing a lantern from the wall, descends the creaking stairs. The stairwell smells of urine. Mayhew stops at the door of the officer's cabin, but after a moment of hesitation, he passes it and, without knocking, peeks into the room Caroline has taken. His daughter is not inside. The bed is made. William closes the door and goes to his own cabin. Inside, he takes off his cap and coat and hangs them up on a rack made of narwhal tusk that his daughter gave him back when the sun still reigned in the sky. From his desk drawer, he takes 3 pieces of beef jerky he should have eaten long ago. He sniffs one of them, feeling the saliva emerge in his mouth and his head swim. He puts 2 in his coat pocket and lays the 3rd one on his desk. He pours himself a half-finger of whiskey, sits down on his bunk, stowns the whiskey, drinks a cup of water, and only then eats the meat. He closes his eyes while he chews. The pain in his feet turns into a dull tingling he can feel in his heels and calves. The captain contemplates their escape. The remaining supplies in the ship's hold were plundered in San Francisco. The people at the harbor, like rats, could sense something terrible was coming. Soldiers boarded the ship and, holding the crew at rifle point, simply took the contents of the hold, leaving individual barrels and boxes. Stripped of her cargo, the Rhea Silvia set off northward along the coast. In Tacoma, shortly after going ashore, they had to flee back to the ship. The people of Tacoma, Washington had wanted to eat them. The crew opened fire on the surging crowd because they quickly grasped that these half-crazed people intended to eat them. The locals had a small cannon, which they tried to fire at the ship. Mayhew assented to using the ship's cannon, and now sometimes the sight of the bodies they left on the shore haunted his dreams. After that, he decided once again to set course for the north.